Hi, Mrs. Bada here. So I decided to create a little screencast of at least one of your homework problems. I'm going to choose the most complicated problem with number 2. We're going to look at letter C because we've got a lot going on here. So what I want to do is I want to show you how you would evaluate this expression when x is 2 by hand, because it's important that you know how to use the order of operations. In order to solve, you have to go backwards, so you have to understand how to go forwards. But then I also want to show you how to check it on your calculator, because our calculator is a tool that we're going to be able to use all year long to help us check our work. Or if this were a multiple choice question and you didn't have to show work, you could actually do this question simply on your calculator. But I'll get to that. Let's start with every time I see an X, I am going to replace that X with a pair of parentheses before I substitute my 2 in. So -2 parentheses over 4 plus 4 times parentheses minus 1 parentheses all over parentheses squared minus 1. And what that does is if it makes it so that if you have a negative number, you're less likely to kind of mess up where your sign is. So we're going to substitute 2 here, here, and here. 2, 2, 2. And now we've got to take care of all of this using our order of operations. And remember, we want to treat this fraction bar as actually parentheses, separating your problem into 2 groups. You got to take care of everything there until you get one number. Take care of everything in your denominator until you get one number. Those aren't zeros, they represent numbers. And when you have a number divided by a number, then you're going to divide. But we save that division for last. All right, so within the numerator, I'm going to take care of a couple of things at once. We can kind of combine steps here. I'm going to do this multiplication. I'm going to take care of what's in these parentheses. And in my denominator, I'm going to take care of the exponent. So that's going to give me -4 divided by 4 for my -2 times 2, plus 4 times 2 minus 1 is 1, divided by 2 squared is 4 minus 1. And so now we've taken care of everything that we can in our first step. In our second step, we are going to now take care of this division and this multiplication. And we can also simplify what's in our denominator here. So here, -4 divided by 4 is -1, plus 4 times 1 is 4, divided by 4 minus 1 is 3. And now we can finish this up. -1 plus 4 is 3. And 3 divided by 3 equals 1 for your final answer. Now, again, it's important that you understand how the algebra and how the math works and how these numbers behave, and that you understand the process of it. But also, there's a nice, quick, easy way to check your work and get this answer simply on your calculator. Okay. All right. I am back with the calculator to show you how you can easily do this problem on the calculator to check it, or if this were multiple choice and you didn't need to show your work, to actually do the problem. So once you've substituted your 2 in appropriately here, here, and here, we can type this entire expression into our calculator, exactly as you see it. And what we're going to use is alpha y equals and choice 1. That's how we're going to enter fractions into our calculator, and this is one big fraction. So starting in our numerator, see my little black box is clicking in the numerator. This part is another fraction. So I'm going to hit alpha y equals again, choice 1, and now I have a fraction in the numerator. And what I want to put is -2 times, with parentheses, because I'm typing it exactly as I see it, 2, arrow down, 4 for your denominator, arrow to the right to get out of your fraction, plus 4 times, and you don't have to put these parentheses around the 2 right now if you don't want to, or you can. Arrow down to the denominator, type what you see. Again, you don't really need those parentheses around that 2 at this point, but you can. And if I hit enter, I get my answer. 1, which is exactly what I got before when I did this by hand. So I'd like to see work for these, but I also want you to check them on your calculator so that you get used to this process. And that is it for our screencast for today.